Welcome to Bellissima's correct preparation procedure. We've got a volunteer today, not one of the Bellissima team. As you can see from her nails, they're in quite bad condition. As the day progresses, we're going to turn them into fabulous nails, much like my own. So, as with every service, we're going to start off by putting our tools in the order we're going to use them. Because we'll always start off by wiping. This will be our dehydrating wipe, our assessing wipe, and also our cleaning wipe as well. We'll push back the cuticles, nip the cuticles, providing she isn't diabetic or on blood thinning medication. We will then shape the nails and buff away the shine, finishing off by wiping, which of course would then lead us on to being ready to work with the gel. So I'm using the nail wipe solution from the Bellissima range. You can relax that one hand back, I'll just do the one for now, thank you. Using the nail wipe solution from the Bellissima gel range. You'll find the nail wipe solution we use for virtually everything. Cleaning tools, cleaning files, you can put it into a spray bottle to spray your files at the end of the day. All of our files have plastic in the middle of them, which means they can be sanitised between clients. Gently yet firmly push back the cuticles on the client's fingers. Check with your client to make sure that the pressure is suitable for them. How's the pressure, madam?
It's fine.
That's lovely, thank you. So obviously everybody's pain threshold is different. The fact that I'm holding her hand up like this will mean that if I am hurting her, I'll be able to feel her pulling away from me. If I had her hand down on the table and I was pushing away like crazy, of course I wouldn't be able to feel her moving away from me, therefore I could actually find myself hurting the client without realising, which of course could mean that she might not want to come back to have her nails done by me again. Everything that we do, everything that we teach you at Bellissima is to ensure that the client is kept safe and we maximise the amount of money in your purse at the end of the day. So we're pushing back the skin on the surface of the nail plate to ensure that there's no oil can get into the gel. The skin that we're removing does actually contain oil. So if we were to attach the gel over the top of it, what we would find is it would actually cause it to lift off. The premature loss of the gel, the lifting of the gel. So we must remove all of that skin before we can attach the gel, and therefore we know that the gel will last for 4 weeks on the nails, meaning we can comfortably charge our clients £25 to £35 per set, as they will be lasting for 4 weeks, unlike hybrid products which will only last for the 2 weeks. Also, by pushing back the cuticle, we ensure we have the largest possible surface area to work on, and that the nail will look younger when it is in fact actually an older nail, because as we push the cuticle back gently, we'll allow an extra millimetre or two of surface area to paint. Over the next few weeks, as the nail grows, the cuticle will shrink back down, making the growth area, this area just here, less visible. If the growth area is less visible, it means the client will go longer between infills, again meaning we'll be able to charge her more for it. She'll still be paying the same per month, per year, but she'll only be coming to us once a month rather than twice a month, which of course means our hourly rate is in fact doubled. Madam, are we diabetic or on blood thinning medication?
No.
Marvellous. Of course, we did perform a full client consultation before the video began. I'm sure you can research client consultations. We're going to place down the back blade as a marker, and we're going to use the front blade, and we're going to nip away just the skin that has no colour to it. Skin that has colour to it obviously has blood running through it, therefore if we were to nip that, we'd cut her and she would bleed. And notice I'm not cutting and pulling, I'm actually cutting, opening the nippers and then moving away from the nail, which is taking off all of these teeny tiny little bits. I'm not sure if you can see that on the video. As we go on to the next finger, always placing down the back marker and bringing in the front one, ensuring that we're not sort of cutting willy-nilly, we're only cutting where we plan to, by that back marker being our guide. So when you think of the word prep or preparation, it's very easy to think of something that you do quickly before the main event. And as they're called gel nails, they're not called prep and gel, you obviously think that the gelling would be the main part of the event. It's actually 50-50. So your prep should take you 20 to 25 minutes to do per client, dependent on your skill level and also the condition of her nails and skin and cuticles to begin with. And your gelling should take you 20 to 25 minutes to do. So prep 20 to 25 minutes, gelling 20 to 25 minutes. Now our wonderful volunteer is actually going to have some tips put on her later on today, so I'm not asking her what length and shape she wants her nails to be. I'm actually making them into a neat shape, and we're obviously going to tip on top accordingly. Once we've got the tips on, or the sculpts as we'll be doing later on this afternoon, we'll actually be asking her then what length and shape she's happy with. Of course, it'll be the final extension that we'll be asking her about the shape. So I'm using the pink side of the white file. It's pink one side, white the other side. The pink is the softer side, therefore it's perfect for working on the naked nail, the natural nail. If we were working on the gelled nail, as we will be doing later on, we do an infill, we can work with the white side of the file, which is slightly more aggressive, but once the nail is protected by the gel, we can work a little bit quicker by working with the white side without damaging the nail. And again, everything that we're training you to do is to keep the client completely safe and happy without causing any damage to the nail whatsoever. This is also why we're filing in just one direction. If we saw file the naked nail, we can build up a friction heat, which can obviously cause a problem to the nail. It will weaken the free edge of the nail and cause the nail to be brittle, potentially break and crack along the free edge. So we only have a file in one direction. I'm getting slightly conscious of time, so I'm going to leave the thumb out for now and just focus on the 4 fingers just to finish off the preparation. We don't want the video to be running for too long. Appreciate you're all probably watching this in bed on a Sunday morning. The orange side of the buffer is for clients that have nice strong nails. If they have weaker nails, we use the pink side of the buffer because of course the pink side is softer, therefore we've got less chance of hurting a client that's got a weaker nail. Although the client who's volunteered for her nails today, nails weren't in the best of conditions we've ever seen, they are in fact still nice and strong. They're just a little bit misshapen and a couple of them broken. She also has these classic ridges up her nails, which we're going to use the pot gel later on to get rid of those ridges to make the nails smooth and perfect to the eye. It is imperative, incredibly important, that you buff 100% of the shine off the surface of the nail plate. When we look at a shiny nail under a microscope, it's completely smooth like this, so there's nothing for the gel to grip onto. When you look at a roughed up nail like this one under the microscope, it'll go up and down and up and down, and the very nature of the liquid is that's what keeps it gripping on. It gets into all those nooks and crannies, and the gel will get into all those little areas, and that's what's going to keep it staying on. Another reason why you're going to get at least 4 weeks out of our gels, not 2 weeks like a lot of common bottle products. When we're buffing the nail, we can actually put quite a bit of pressure on because the buffer's squidgy. It's like a little marshmallow. But of course this might upset our client because our client might not realise that it's a very soft grip. She might be thinking, what on earth is this technician doing to my fingers? I'm never coming back here again. So if we just relax her and we say, don't worry, it can't hurt you, soft as a puppy's tongue, or something cute. You'll come up with your own names for the products, I'm sure. If you call it the puppy's tongue or the marshmallow or something adorable like that, she will know that it's not an aggressive file or something that's going to hurt her hands or fingers. And that way we can work quickly and with confidence, making sure we're getting all of the shine off the surface of the nail plate. You most definitely cannot over buff the nail. The buffer would run out first of all, but you most definitely could under buff it. So we must make sure that we get 100% of the shine off from the surface of the nail plate before we continue. Using the curve of the buffer to curve in at that cuticle edge and all round. Then look back at each individual nail and make sure that all of the shine has in fact gone. The next stage is to wipe away the dust, but you can also use the wipe as a wet trick as well. So if you get the nail wet during the evaporation process of the liquid, any shine left on the nail will become very, very obvious to you. So when you're sort of learning, if you wipe each finger individually and check as you go, then you'll ensure that you haven't left any shine on at all. Oh, we left that one out, didn't we? So that's our preparation concluded, and of course we would then work on the other hand.